J. Cole has officially waved the white flag in his beef going back and forth with Kendrick Lamar. Now, he said something very profound in this video that I would like to break down for you guys from a licensed therapist perspective. So you guys sit back, relax, and we're going to talk about it right now. What's good, y'all? My name is Terrence Stewart. I am your men's mental health expert, licensed therapist in the state of California and Texas. And here we have Jermaine Cole, J. Cole, officially waving the white flag towards his beef with Kendrick Lamar. Now, in my opinion, I don't really feel like it was a beef. I feel like it was a really competitive situation. But for some reason, J. Cole really didn't have that. It didn't sit well with him with what he said essentially. So I want to break down this video, and I want to hear what you guys think as well too, as far as his response to why he's waving the white flag. So let's get into it.
In my spirit of trying to get this music out, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I moved in a way that I feel spiritually feel bad on me. I try to jab my nigga back, and I try to keep it friendly, but at the end of the day, and when it comes out and I see the talk, that shit don't sit right with my spirit.
I don't know if you guys seen it, but it wasn't a friendly. I mean, J. Cole really did take some jabs, towards his albums, towards K-Dot's albums, and his trajectory in the last 12 years and what he's put out, the work he's done. So I mean, if you appreciate hip hop, you appreciate the art of controversy and beefs and going back and forth. It comes to a point nowadays where we don't want to get back to the Tupac and Biggie beef and stuff like that. But I don't think it would have got to that point. It was just, hip hop is very competitive. Hip hop is competitive when it comes to battle rapping and seeing who's the best. Just like anything, it's like the sport of hip hop is battles. Battle rapping and dissing. But what he said right now is super key. I was like, okay, if it doesn't sit with you spiritually, that's a whole different realm.
Spirit, that shit make me feel. That shit disrupts my fucking peace. So what I want to say right here tonight is, in the midst of me doing that and in that shit, trying to find a little angle and downplay this nigga's fucking catalog and his greatness, I want to say right now tonight, how many people think Kendrick Lamar is one of the greatest motherfuckers to ever touch a fucking microphone? Dreamville, y'all love Kendrick Lamar, correct? As do I. So I just want to come up here and publicly be bruh, that was the lamest, goofiest shit. And I say all that to say, it made me feel like 10 years ago when I was moving incorrectly. And I pray that God align me back up on my purpose and on my path. You know what I mean? I pray that my nigga really didn't feel no way. And if he
I want to stop it right there because I mean, when you bring God into it, it's a whole nother realm, right? It's like it didn't sit with him spiritually with him dissing. Now again, we talk about the sport of hip hop, we talk about, how things can transpire and it be healthy competition, right? But if you guys know J. Cole, within the last decade or so, he's been on this journey of healing around the industry, healing around his music, what he's putting out there, being really intentional about how he moves, how he's spending his money, not feeding into the rapper lifestyle, quote unquote. So, as a man, if you guys I'm talking to the fellas, if you guys as a men, have you guys ever had to apologize? You know, there are ways in which men usually divert from apologizing and sometimes okay, we're just gonna let time heal itself. But to really J. Cole to really publicly announce hey, I messed up, this is jacked up. I don't want to see this go any further. I mean, that's some real grown man talk. You know what I mean? To be honest, J. Cole, that's some real grown man talk. And I know a lot of folks was hot about him actually, apologizing and hot about him, hey, what's up with the competition and things of that nature. Why you jab back and then you pull back, you know? But I mean, for him to know, acknowledge within his spirit that he did wrong and seeking God to kind of get him back in line, that's some real grown man stuff, I respect J. Cole for doing this because he didn't let his pride get in the way. He didn't let his ego get in the way. He didn't allow, people around him to really influence him to make a decision or do something that he really didn't want to do. Right? I mean, was it? I mean, I guess in hindsight's 2020. This is where he's getting at right now. It's like, okay, well, I sit back, I listen to it, and I don't like it. I'm not going to sit here and be like, okay, well, I'm just going to let it ride. I'm a publicly apologize, which is real grown man stuff. Boys don't apologize when they know they did wrong. Boys they go about their business. You know what I mean? But this is real grown man talk to be able to, apologize. Now, people are upset. People want to see the jab back and forth and things of that nature, but it is what it is. It's not what it's not. Me personally, I was thinking it was a marketing technique for them to drop an album, but it seems as if they're not going to be dropping an album. Still waiting for that Black Friday album to drop. That's been in the works for forever. I just thought it was going to be a little bit more marketing around that, but it really sounded like they were going back and forth for real. So, but let's keep watching the video.
Yeah, my nigga, I got my chin out. Take your best shot. I'm gonna take that shit on the chin, boy. Do what you do. You know what I mean? Like, all good. Like, it's love. And I pray that, y'all are like, forgive a nigga for like the misstep, and then I can get back to my true path. Cause I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Past 2 days felt terrible. Like, it let me know how good I've been sleeping for the past 10 years. So all of that to say, man, I wanna now perform the song that's a reminder to me of getting back on the right path and getting in tune with God. And the name of the song is called Love Yours. I want to do that for y'all right
now. Ain't no life better than life. I forgot how that song go, but hey, shout out to J. Cole, man. Real grown man talk, real talk. You know what I mean? I respect him doing that. I know a lot of y'all hot, upset, talking y'all BS, whatever it is. But it is what it is, and it's not what it's not. You know what I mean? I can't do nothing but respect J. Cole for apologizing. The jab was took, he took one, they took one. I mean, it's at this point it'd be like friendly fire. Like you guys just going back and forth, knowing y'all really, y'all really on the same, I mean, there's differences as far as like who's better, who's not. And that's always subjective. You know what I mean? Like when we talk about who's better, who's the GOAT, that's always subjective to opinion. There's really not always facts aligned with it. Like we can even talk about athletes or even I mean, it sticks to rappers and music. What makes somebody the GOAT? You know what I mean? There's a song by Simba from his last album. You guys check it out. It's called, I think it's spelled GOAT or GOAT. That song is hella dope. If you guys haven't heard that song, make sure you guys check it out because he really breaks down Simba. Shout out to Simba, man. He's one of the best to do it right now. You know what I mean? He really broke down like what is a real GOAT, because we can debate about Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Kobe. We could debate about Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, Drake. We can debate all these things, but like what really makes somebody the GOAT? And in the song, he really breaks down like, it's even outside of what you do. It's like how you take care of your family. How do you show up for people? That's really what the GOAT is. So shout out to J. Cole. Shout out to K-Dot, man. Didn't really hear a response from Drake because I don't know if he's really going to respond because he rarely responds to beefs and situations like that. He did respond to that Meek Mill situation a couple of years ago, but, you see how that played out as well, too. Like they ended up making a song together, which is one of Drake and Meek Mill's top songs. So I appreciate you for y'all for tapping in. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. You know what I mean? Terrence Stewart, I'm your men's mental health expert. Y'all take care. Peace.